Who's fueling Canada's reverse immigration? The type of people exiting the north. In recent years, reverse migration trends in Canada have become a prominent issue. The number of people leaving Canada far exceeds the number of new immigrants, with an increase of 31% above the national average between 2019 and 2023. This has prompted the Canadian government to confront a critical question. What is causing people to abandon this promised land? Understanding reverse migration. Reverse migration is not a new concept, but its sharp rise in Canada has captured the attention of policymakers, experts, and citizens alike. It describes the phenomenon where immigrants, instead of settling permanently in the country they initially chose, decide to leave, either returning to their home countries or moving to another nation. According to the Leaky Bucket report by the Canadian Citizenship Institute and data from Statistics Canada, this trend has surged in the last 10-15 years. Notably, it is not just long-term immigrants, but also recent arrivals, those with high hopes for life in Canada, who are leaving. Some even claim they would prefer to return to a less stable region than continue living in Canada. So, what are the causes? Factors driving reverse migration in Canada. Canada's reverse migration trend is the result of a combination of social, economic, and personal factors. Among these, family pressures and commuting challenges stand out. These issues are not just financial, but also stem from conflicts between the lifestyle Canada offers and the personal needs of immigrants. Reason number 1: family and commuting challenges. Life in Canada's urban centres is increasingly perceived as unsustainable for many families. Rising living costs and long commuting times force families to reconsider whether the Canadian dream is worth it. In major cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, commuting has become a nightmare. Many families spend hours travelling daily, leaving them with significantly less time for family and personal activities. Busy schedules and limited time make maintaining family relationships more difficult than ever. The high cost of housing in urban centres drives many families to suburban areas. However, this exacerbates the problem: longer commutes and increased financial stress. Population growth in major cities has worsened traffic congestion, leading to extended commute times, increased risk of accidents, and constant stress. These factors lower the quality of life, prompting many to question whether life in Canada is truly worth it. Over time, the mental and physical strain of long, stressful commutes leads families to seek a more balanced life elsewhere. Reason number 2: financial struggles for economic immigrants. Economic immigrants who come to Canada with aspirations of financial improvement often face harsh realities. Despite their hope for a brighter future, many encounter financial pressures and limited access to career opportunities. This leaves them questioning the long-term viability of living in Canada. For economic immigrants, earning enough to cover basic living expenses is a significant challenge. Low and insufficient wages. Even highly skilled immigrants often have to take low-paying or part-time jobs. The gap between their income and the cost of living in cities like Toronto or Vancouver is immense. Job instability. Immigrants frequently juggle multiple jobs to make ends meet, which affects their health and leaves little time for skill development or personal growth. Canada is notorious for its high cost of living, which disproportionately impacts economic immigrants. Exorbitant housing costs. A large portion of their income goes toward housing. Many are forced to live in cramped, low-quality apartments to save money. Working hard, but living frugally. Many realize that they could achieve a better quality of life in their home countries with the same effort, leading to frustration when comparing initial expectations with reality. The stark mismatch between income and expenses drives many economic immigrants to leave Canada. Some return to their home countries where they can enjoy a better quality of life for their efforts, while others move to countries with lower living costs or more immigrant-friendly economies. Financial difficulties not only affect immigrants' material well-being, but also drain their morale, becoming a significant driver of Canada's reverse migration trend. Reason number 3, Canada's harsh climate. Canada's severe climate, especially in winter, is a major factor deterring many immigrants from integrating into their new lives. For those from warmer, temperate regions, the long, cold and dark winters are not just unfamiliar, but can become a physical and mental burden. Canada's winter poses significant challenges for immigrants. Extreme cold. Temperatures in many regions drop below 30 degrees Celsius, accompanied by heavy snow and biting winds. For those unaccustomed to such conditions, this can be overwhelming. Higher living costs in winter. Heating bills, winter clothing, and other seasonal necessities significantly increase living expenses, adding financial strain. The extended winters are not only cold, but also gloomy, with months of limited sunlight, especially in northern areas. This impacts mental health. Seasonal affective disorder, SARD, lack of sunlight, and cold temperatures leave many feeling fatigued, depressed, or even clinically unwell. Social isolation. The harsh weather limits outdoor activities and social interactions, making newcomers feel lonelier, particularly if they lack a strong support network. Faced with these climatic challenges, many immigrants opt to leave Canada for regions with milder climates. For them, returning home or moving to warmer countries improves both their quality of life and their mental and financial well-being. Reason number 4, concerns about retirement. Canada's skyrocketing living costs have raised serious doubts about the feasibility of building a retirement fund. For many immigrants, this reality shatters expectations of a stable future, prompting them to explore other options to ensure financial security in old age. Immigrants often find that achieving financial stability for retirement is far from easy. Living costs outpacing earnings, many struggle to cover daily expenses like food, housing, and services with average wages. Sky-high prices, such as $36 per kilogram for chicken breast, make saving nearly impossible. Inadequate savings for a comfortable retirement. Working 40-hour weeks or more, immigrants often find their income barely sufficient for survival, let alone saving for the future. Even young Canadians are abandoning the idea of retirement altogether. Instead, they prepare for a lifetime of part-time or low-wage jobs just to make ends meet. For immigrants, this reality is especially disheartening when compared to conditions back home, where the same level of effort might yield a better quality of life and financial security. Concerns about retirement finances are a key reason why some immigrants choose reverse migration or relocate to countries with lower living costs. Places like Southeast Asia or South America offer more affordable living, while returning to their home countries provides a better balance between work and leisure. Reason number 5, disillusionment with Canada's healthcare system. Canada's free healthcare system has long been a selling point for immigrants, promising equitable and high-quality medical services. However, the reality of long wait times, doctor shortages, and limited access has left many feeling disillusioned. Immigrants arrive with high expectations for a robust healthcare system, but instead face lengthy wait times. Access to critical services like health checkups, surgeries, or specialist consultations often involves months, even years, of waiting, causing anxiety about their health and that of their families. Barriers to emergency care. Even in urgent situations, immediate access to healthcare is not always guaranteed, adding stress for newcomers unfamiliar with the system. One of the biggest challenges is finding a family doctor. Severe doctor shortages. Immigrants often languish on long wait lists before being assigned a family doctor, disrupting continuous care. Lack of personalized medical support. Without a family doctor, managing chronic conditions or special healthcare needs becomes difficult. Disappointments with healthcare drive many immigrants toward reverse migration. Seeking better healthcare systems, some move to countries with more efficient services or fewer doctor shortages. Returning to home countries. For many, the healthcare system back home, though imperfect, may be more accessible and reliable. Conclusion: the economic and social impacts of reverse migration. The trend of reverse migration affects not just individuals and families, but also Canada's economy and society. Some notable consequences include challenges in attracting and retaining top talent. Labor shortages in technology and innovation sectors reduce global competitiveness. Canada risks losing its appeal as a destination for global talent. Reduced foreign investment. A lack of skilled labor makes Canada less attractive to international investors. Economic growth slows as foreign investments decline. Over-reliance on traditional industries. A talent deficit in tech and creative sectors increases reliance on resource extraction industries, making the economy more vulnerable to market fluctuations. Lower per capita GDP. Reduced productivity hampers sustainable economic growth and lowers GDP per capita. Decreased overall spending power. With fewer high-earning professionals, consumer spending declines, impacting sectors like retail, services, and real estate. Canada's reverse migration phenomenon raises urgent questions about the sustainability of its immigration policies, economic structure, and quality of life. Addressing these challenges is vital to preserving Canada's status as a desirable destination for immigrants worldwide.